Welcome in, everyone. Today we're going to do a really quick breakdown on Hikari Shinomiya and talk about whether or not you guys should be pulling for her or deciding to skip her banner. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you were new. Let me know in the comments as well if you decided to pull already, how they went for you. We've also got a really big announcement that's going to take place in this video, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, on Hikari here, firstly, I got to say she is a really cool character, really fun. Has a very unique playstyle where she's able to get a ton of speed, literally 300% speed, and she takes 3 to 4 consecutive turns, and it's just really insane to see. And so that opens up a world of possibilities for her. She could become a really powerful DPS character in that stint. She's also a great plate breaker for slash plates, and then obviously the new win plates. And so as a result, she is a tremendously powerful character to have. Now, she also introduces a new weapon type, so you will need a weapon for her. Ideally her own 5-star, but if you got to use a lower rarity one, then it is what it is, right? The reason why this is even a question is because her and her weapon are both limited, which means she's going to get vaulted when this expires, and she won't be available again for summon for who knows how long. Sagan was the original limited, and it's been nearly 3 months we haven't seen her, so I don't know. So really quick, yes, I think that if the character is limited, the answer is yes, you absolutely should pull. Don't think about it. They are the main banners, in fact, I would recommend players to summon on free or not. Because again, the FOMO factor, but secondly, one thing that they do is that they find a way to make these characters relevant, as these are the most limited, most important characters in the entire game. And then other than that, every other character that's not limited, like Isao here, winds up being thrown into the gachas whenever the current one expires. We just saw Ashiro have her banner expire and be replaced by this banner. And the funny thing about that is that there is no lag period. The banner expired, and they instantly threw her in Ashiro in the banner here as a character you could pick up, the Ashiro with Bako. The banner expires and they are instantly thrown in. So the characters that are not limited just on standard pickups, I think, are ones that most players that are free anyway should venture to skip, because you can pull them there. And then limited being, again, the main ones you need to pull for. There's also festivals, but I'm not really sure about that. We've only seen one. As you can tell, I've played quite a bit with this game, invested in my characters quite a bit, and I've got to say that it's easily one of my favorite games because of the ability to take some characters that I really enjoy and play with them and invest in them and try different things with them, and then also try to figure out a ton of awesome strategies. And with that being the case, it's not the only game on the market that does some of those exact same things. And the other game that I'm going to talk about in today's video is really well known for that stuff. And for me personally, it's kept me playing this new game for quite a while. And that game, you know it. Ray just sent me something super mysterious. Unfortunately, I'm under lock and key, and I can't reveal exactly what it is just yet. But rest assured, this is absolutely massive. And on November 24th, you'll get to find out what exactly is coming to Raid Shadow Legends. Because this is a collaboration with a truly iconic global franchise. We're talking about myths becoming reality in Teleria here. Listen, this is time sensitive. The crossover event and its rewards are strictly limited, so you need to get in right now to avoid missing out on the biggest update that Raid Shadow Legends has ever had. This is maximum FOMO. Here's the deal. Download Raid Shadow Legends right now using my exclusive link down below. And if you do, you'll instantly unlock an exclusive free legendary champion. This hero is brand new and directly inspired by this secret iconic IP. Don't wait until the reveal. Download now to secure your early rewards and claim your free legendary champion. Link in the description. Be ready, November 24th. And remember, you can also scan the QR code. If you haven't started playing yet, now is the ideal time to jump in. Click my link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen so you can make sure that you get the full perks of the package I'm offering. By doing so, you'll instantly unlock a huge starter pack with 2 epic champions. Drake from the Lizardman faction, who is amazing at keeping your team alive. And when you reach level 15, you'll get Tagoar from the Orcs, another solid epic who's great for early progression. On top of that, new players can pick one of 6 different legendary champions with these promo codes. Code TREEHUGGER for Green Warden. Use GETALICE for Alice the Wanderer. Use DESERTQUEEN for TREEHUGGER. Use MONKEYKING for Sun Wukong. Use DEMONSLAYER for Tholan Foulbeard. or UDKING for the ultimate death knight. If you're not sure which to pick, there are a ton that are amazing, but this time around I am recommending Tholin Foulbeard. He will be able to carry you early through pretty much any piece of content in the game. Just make sure you download again through my link or my QR code, because if you install it directly from the App Store, you won't receive these rewards. These champion bonuses will be activated 48 hours after downloading through my link, so don't miss out. So today I wanted to walk you guys through Raid Shadow Legends and just a general overview of the game, some of the main modes, some of the main things I enjoy about the game, some of my favorite champions, etc. So make sure that you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. So really quick, I know a lot of times whenever you see these promotion videos, they're probably from use cases where the player doesn't really play the game or hasn't played the game. If people they play it for a few days, that's fine. But for me, it's a little bit different. So that's one of the things that I really want to drive home, is that for me, I actually play Raid. So when I was proposed this opportunity, I thought it was a cool idea. So because interests do align, right? So I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite champions in Raid Shadow Legends first. I'll walk you guys through, and as we go, we'll talk about some of the main things that I enjoy about Raid that maybe other games do or don't have, or maybe they could take inspiration from Raid in different regards. So the first thing I'd like to say is Raid is doing phenomenally well, and they are constantly in a position where they are always doing these awesome collaborations. Not going to spend a ton of time on the collaboration characters because they're not available anymore, and they probably won't be again. They've rerun one, I think, before, but they probably won't be available again. That's why for this next upcoming one, it's extremely important that, again, as I mentioned, you guys do get started now, because you're not going to want to miss out, because if you don't participate, then again, they're gone, right? So I want to show you guys some of the champs I use daily really quick. I have the Turtle team, really enjoy it. Missed out on Shredder, did grab April, so there's that. Unfortunately, I couldn't pull Shredder. I was trying really hard, but these champs are awesome. They're some of my favorites in the game. We've also seen other collaborations like Rathalos Blade Master here from obviously from Monster Hunter. We also do have Skeletor. I didn't get him, but we do have Skeletor there. And again, of course, that means that they have the collaboration with He-Man. There's some other ones in here as well, but I enjoy those. I think that's really cool. Now, for Raid Originals, my favorite Raid Original champion is Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. He's one of the champions that you can get with the code. On this account, he's not fully built up, but on the other that I own, he is fully built up. But such an awesome champion. Really well versed in a ton of different content, can be very useful overall, especially early game with helping you out. Another champion that I really enjoy a ton is Deacon Armstrong. Yes, in this game, lower rarity champions are effective, whether they're rare. Well, you're not going below rare, but whether they're rare or epic, it doesn't necessarily matter. These characters can be very useful in Deacon Armstrong. Some of them feel like they might as well be legendary or are better than some legendaries in the game. Deacon is one of those characters. He is a character that if you get him, he is going to be a humongous boost to your team because of the speed focus. As this is a turn-based RPG, you can imagine that speed is, in most cases, there's some caveats anyway, but in most cases, speed is the most important stat to have. And so he increases your team's overall speed everywhere, which is one of the cool things about him, as opposed to MONKEYKING, who does a lot but only in arena. But anyway, so he does it everywhere, and then he has other things in there like turn meter manipulation. And so Deacon is a champion that, again, I think is extremely high value. So if you pull him, make sure that you are building and investing in him. But he is a champion that I get a ton of use out of. So in previous videos, we did have the promo for Tagoar. Tagoar is another champion that's extremely strong and very useful. Ignore all the gear on my champions. It's all over the place. There's actual sets. But anyway, so Tagoar, extremely strong champion that I enjoy using a lot. Mordecai, another one that I use a lot. Don't use him as much, but I also love his design, dude. I got a lot of use out of him earlier game, but I don't use him as much anymore. But these I've been throwing out are epic champions, right? They haven't been legendaries and stuff like that. If I want to throw out a legendary, I'll throw out a Krizia, a champion that's insane in the game. Anyway, but this is one of my favorite designs, period. Just, I love this guy. He's awesome. By the way, I think Raid has some of the best mobile game graphics you're going to see. Seriously, these graphics could be, seriously, I think they're really good. So overall, though, most of the time, I think this game is knocking it out of the park with that. And Mordecai is no exception. I think he looks really cool. So other than that, though, they also do have mythicals. Admittedly, these are kind of hard to get. But again, design is off the charts. But the cool thing about these guys is that they actually can transform. And they change playstyles. He's more of a defensive / support type character in this form. But in the other form, he's more of an attack-based champion through means of HP burn, etc. But I really enjoy these characters in Raid. Now, overall, though, one thing I'd like to say is ASAP, make sure that you get into a clan. Clans are one of the most important things in Raid Shadow Legends because they allow for you to get more rewards by way of the clan boss. And you want to get in a good clan, right? One that can clear Ultra Nightmare. And you ultimately want to get to a point where you can clear Ultra Nightmare with 1 or 2 keys, ideally 1, of course. But the reason why is because that's where you're going to get a lot of your best resources, like the Sacred Shards, Legendary Tomes, etc. This is not a daily, you're going to get random stuff, 5 random items. But some days I'll get Sacred, some days I'll get Void, some days I won't get any shards, but I'll get other things like a Legendary Tome or a bunch of gems. Like all that stuff adds up, all that stuff is valuable. This is the pinnacle, basically. The other clan bosses are valuable too, but the pinnacle of your daily interaction with Raid, you have to make sure you're completing your clan bosses. So you need to get into a good clan overall that can help you with that. Even if they're carrying you, if they're willing to do so, that's something that they can do. One huge selling point for Raid, I'd say, is that it's actually a game that has a ton of different content, specifically PvE. There is some PvP in here if you want it, but it's mostly PvE, and it's one of the best mobile games that you'll find with just a ton of PvE content that can really get you hooked. And other things are there, obviously, that are always present in these games, like your min-maxing, your farming, all these other things. That stuff's in the game, fine. But by way of modes like Doom Tower, the clan bosses like we talked about, faction wars, dungeons, all these different modes offer a different, unique experience to your raid adventure, right? And then if you're interested in PvP, they also have a live arena, which is pretty cool because what this is, you go in and you choose your character's draft style. You choose one, they choose 1 or 2, and then you choose 1, they choose 2, then you choose 2, and anyway. So it's a draft style, and then at the end of choosing, they ban one of yours, you ban one of theirs, you select your leader, then you go in, you take turns based on speed and stuff like that, and then you win. Sometimes if you strategize properly with the right gear and all that stuff, you'll go in and blow up their team before they even do anything, which is pretty cool. But that is a fun experience in Raid as well if you're interested more in the PvP side of things. And then another, like the other stuff is more like single player. It's not like live stuff for PvP, but they did have the arena, the classic arena, the tag arena. Siege is different too. With this, with your clan, you guys all go in here and set defenses. Then you get paired versus another clan, and you attack their defenses, and then you win or lose based on the score output. So there's that as another means of clan participation. Then there's a literal clan versus clan event that is entirely different. I'm not going to really elaborate on that because it's not up right now. But my main takeaway is that Raid really does have a lot of different stuff in it. And if you guys know anything about me, if you've been around the channel, if you watched this deep into the video, frankly, you're probably someone that's been with me for a while. So I appreciate you. You've seen me play a lot of games, whether it's here or elsewhere on the other channels. You've seen me play a lot of games. And Raid, I can genuinely say, has some of the most content, just period. So that's one of the main selling points I'd like to say, and it's really cool. Again, make sure that you do participate in the upcoming collaboration. You're not going to want to miss that. So make sure you do hit that link in the description, scan my QR code as well to keep you guys informed and get started as well through all of that right now, today on Raid Shadow Legends. Now, if you're still debating which promo code to go with, I understand. Let me give you a quick spotlight for Ultimate Death Knight, because he continues to be one of the most dependable defensive champions in the entire game, especially early on. He literally absorbs the pressure for your team. His passive, Too Awesome to Die, redirects all single target damage and any attached debuffs straight to him, which keeps your damage dealer safe, and it's incredibly useful in both campaigns and early arena. What makes him even better is how he recovers. Anytime an enemy heals, he heals 20% of that amount, which helps keep him alive longer without needing a dedicated healer right away. His A3, Get Comfy Everyone, is basically your team's safety net. He throws up a solid shield based on his defense stat and applies continuous heal on your whole squad for 2 turns. It's like an emergency button when things get rough. And on top of that, he's actually very disruptive. His A1 brings a provoke, and his A2 has an AoE decrease attack and fear, which can really mess up opponents trying to outdamage you in arena. And the best part is that he's a completely free legendary, which basically never happens in Raid. Just use the promo code UDKING after downloading through my link or QR code, and you'll unlock him right away. Make sure you lock him in before he disappears again. So remember to check out Raid Shadow Legends. You can find me in the clan listed here under Husaria PL with the name Spotlight 22. Come play with me in Raid. I'd greatly appreciate it. So once again, scan that QR code or click the link in the description and get started today and get that awesome starter pack featuring Drake from the Lizardmen, Tagoar from the Orc faction, and then follow that up by using one of the promo codes. Once again, here they are. It's code TREEHUGGER for Green Warden. Use GETALICE for Alice the Wanderer. Use Desert Queen for 200 rack. Use MONKEYKING for Sun Wukong. Use Demonslayer for Tholin Foulbeard. Or UDKING for the Ultimate Death Knight. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.